In the previous episode, we learned about some main characteristics of Norwegian traditional cuisines. In this episode, some experts in the field of food production and tourism will provide us information about how Norwegian traditional food has changed and been affected by international cuisines through years. Last but not least, the Kitchen Corner will introduce two Norwegian specialties, brown cheese and rømmegrøt. Nowadays in Oslo and any other cities in Norway, you can easily find restaurants offering international food from Asia, Middle East, South America and other European countries such as Italy, Spain, etc. But it is hard even for the local to find a place where they can eat Norwegian traditional food if it's not during Christmas or Easter. Norwegians do not cook the traditional food at home on a daily basis either.
In the old days, we were actually eating, the children of course, the parents and grandparents were eating together, and we would relax and chat and eat some more and chat and have the second meal or the dessert. We could spend like an hour at the dinner table.
Earlier, we made a lot of food at home. I think eating together around a long table with the focus on the food and the good conversation is quite important. Some families still do, but some families have taken the meal out of the dining room and into the living room in front of the television or with the smartphone. I think it's really bad. The TV are taking all focus, and they also lose focus from the food.
The Norwegian kitchen is becoming more international, so I think the Norwegian food is maybe not so popular anymore as it was.
25 years ago, when you ask a Norwegian child, what is your favorite food, what is the Norwegian traditional dish in Norway, they would say maybe lapskaus or kjøttkake, but now they would say taco.
The Norwegian food is also like pizza, is like also almost like a Norwegian dish. Now they make rice paper rolls at home and spring rolls. Like guests, they come to us and they say, "Oh, my spring rolls are not made like this," and they compare, so they know a lot about food.
The Norwegians, they like more spice now. They like to eat Indian. Of course, Italian is very popular, and they love Mexican food. All the Norwegians, they eat taco every Friday evening.
The changes came in the 70s. Well, partly because of the oil, of course, Norwegians became rich, but also because we're able to travel.
Norwegians travel a lot, and when they go abroad, they taste the local food, and they want to eat that at home as well.
The influenced Norwegian cuisine up until now has been from Asia, Africa, America, Europe, everywhere.
I think it's affecting it a lot. I think the workforce in Norway, in the restaurant industry, are a lot of international people, and they're bringing their flavors into restaurants. Just this past year, Peruvian food and Mexican food have blown up in this country. There's taco restaurants and ceviche, and we serve both here because of our employees that are both Spanish and Peruvian and from Mexico. Our team here, we only have one Norwegian here, and then the rest are all from all over the world, and they all bring their ideas to the table, and we serve it to customers.
Matstreif is the biggest national food festival in Norway, happening at the beginning of September in Oslo. The event, organized by Innovation Norway and Ministry of Agriculture and Food, is to support local food manufacturers with a hope to increase enthusiasm, knowledge, awareness and pride about Norwegian food and drink culture. There you are supposed to find the best quality Norwegian food produced by the locals. This is one of the big efforts Norwegians are doing to preserve the food culture.
Matstreif, the festival, the whole area, we have 255 people displaying their foods, and in all different forms. They have burgers and they have fish. We have several championships going on here. We have the Norwegian Championships in seafood, in meat. We have loads of courses for both kids and for grown-ups in different varieties of cooking and things like that. It's a great opportunity to have a master to show the Norwegian food culture, and I think it's important to get awareness around it. There's a lot of food culture in Norway that necessarily people don't know about, so I think it's very good to have a big arena where you can show off this. For example, this year we're having the first time ever Norwegian Championships in Garsost, which is farm cheese. It's a very big competition and they have a record of participants this year. And we have a massive cheese table, a display table here showing all the different regions that create cheese. And it's interesting, I don't think that many people know about this. Norway is a big country even though we're a few people, and there's a lot of food culture.
Beside Matstreif, food tours or outdoor farmer markets are bringing Norwegian food close to people. In outdoor farmer markets like this, you can always find good quality organic products produced by local farmers. Norwegians are among the nations that are most fond of outdoor activities, which they call friluftsliv, meaning free air life. Outdoor farmer markets in the forest held at weekend to serve people on hiking trips are becoming part of the interesting culture features of hiking trips, which contributes to supporting local farmers and to preserving traditional food as well.
We designed the tour in a way that people will try the best of Norwegian gastronomy you can find here in Oslo, and we combine it with cultural sightseeing as well. This makes the tour more interesting than just walking around with a guide just talking history.
If you want to try the Norwegian cuisine, you have to talk to the local people to find the restaurant where they are eating. What you have the advertising for is the hamburgers, pommes frites, hot dogs and those kind. They have advertising because it's cheap food to buy and make, so you have the money to advertise. And most of the best restaurants is outside the big cities. Advertising in Norway is really expensive. People doesn't read the newspaper anymore, and online is now even cheaper for advertising. So people use the online. Everything you want to do in Norway you find in Facebook, even though we won't admit that we're using it, but still, Facebook is come to be.
We should invite the young kids into our kitchen. I did that with my child, my daughter. She learned how to use a knife when she was 6, and she loved being in the kitchen. This is also very typical for people who are single moms, single fathers, that have a visit from the children because they are divorced. Instead of going to McDonald's, take the child to the kitchen and chat and cook and have fun.
Why did I decide to create Mathallen? Well, it's been a project that we've been working on for about 10 years because we haven't any inside market here in Norway. So we thought it was about time, and it's about time to celebrate Norwegian food. And we wanted to bring everybody together under one roof and to really have a sort of a celebration of food. And so that is a new concept here in Norway. Yeah, that's the reason why we needed it. We haven't done it before. We've been open now for 3 years, so we have great visiting numbers, approximately 1 million a year, and we are very satisfied with that numbers. So we think people enjoying this concept and like to visit it and spend time here. And that is our dream and our goal. The reason you find so few pure Norwegian concepts and pure Norwegian restaurants is because we don't have built up that culture. We have actually been eating international food for many, many years. So now it's about time to bring forward the Norwegian products and to start eating it and start enjoying it. But so far we've been reluctant to do so because of the market and because of a lot of things. But now you can see that it's blooming and people are very interested in real Norwegian food. So we think we will see a lot of local Norwegian restaurants in the upcoming years.
When you make white cheese, you get one leftover product. It's called the whey. It's the milk sugar inside of the milk, and we started to boil the milk sugar or the whey in big bowls. And doing that, you will get the Maillard effect. The sugar goes brown, and we boiled some of the water off, and we started to make the brown cheese. And the brown cheese is really not a cheese; it's more like a milk caramel. So it tastes sweet, and it has some has a taste of caramel, and others have a taste of like a mild chocolate. Norwegian people are sauce people, so using the brown cheese inside of a sauce would put an extra flavor to it. And normally the brown cheese is eating on dark bread with some butter, or on waffles actually. The two cheeses I have put out for you is the Heidal. That is this one. It's a mixture of goat, 50% goat milk and 50% cow, and it's added some cream inside, so it doesn't get that strong. The other one is 100% goat, and it's boiled very long, so that's why it's darker, and it has a very strong taste. So if you try this first and don't like it, don't try this afterwards. But Norway are divided in two when it comes to liking the brown cheese. The further north you go in Norway, they prefer the one with the cream, the milder one. But if you come down to Oslo and this region of Norway, they prefer the strong one.
Norwegian rømmegrøt, based on half a liter of sour cream that I boiled down a little bit. I added 2 deciliters of flour and half a liter of milk, and just stir until the flour taste was gone. It's ready made. This is what we call fenolor, which is basically smoked and cured leg of lamb. And the last part is, of course, with flatbread, and of course we have Norwegian beer. And enjoy.